and welcome to The Beat, a news and talk program brought to you by the Center for Community Media at Worcester State University. I am your host, Megan Harding, and today we will be interviewing Kristen Nelson, who is the Associate Director of Res Life and Housing here at Worcester State University. Hello, Kristen. I'm so happy you could join us today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, we have lots of questions for you.
Great.
So we're going to get right into it.
Okay.
So first we want to know a little bit about you. So tell us a little bit about your background and what led you to this position at Worcester State.
Sure. Well, I've been at Worcester State. This is my 10th year.
Wow.
And I was in RD, in RA in undergrad, in RD on Long Island for 10 years. Well, not in RD, but worked my way up through residence life on Long Island for 10 years. And then really missed my family, who's from Massachusetts, and decided to move back home. And the position at Worcester State was open, so I tried for it, and it's a great fit.
Wow, and the rest is history.
Exactly.
Been with us ever since.
Yep.
So I'm a tour guide and a resident student here at Worcester State. I absolutely love being on campus. So I do know that Worcester State really prides itself in being a full-on community for students. So I just wanted to ask you, what is your favorite part about the Residence Life program at Worcester State?
I love the size of our residential population, 1,600. Well, not this year during the pandemic, but typically we have around 1,600 students, and that really gives us the opportunity to know every single resident and their needs and what they like to do, where do they want to go, and we really pride ourselves on knowing everyone's story and then how that plays back into Worcester State. So I love that.
Yeah, we do the same thing for tours. We always like to emphasize telling our story. It helps students feel connected.
Yeah.
So how many RAs are there on campus?
Sure. Well, this year we have 34. In a typical year, we have 47.
Okay.
So because we have about half of the students we typically have, we have just a couple less than half of our staff.
So once you become an RA, do you need to reapply your second year?
Nope. As long as you're doing what you need to be doing and you know your residents and you're building community and you're a positive asset to our program, you will be invited back.
That's awesome. So I know that being an RA comes with a lot of responsibilities. So what are the main personal qualities you look for while you're doing RA interviews and all of that type of thing?
Well, I always am the person who's looking for someone who cares about the residents and who really believes in #WooLife, which is our brand. I think you need to believe in it in order to sell it to residents for them to believe it. So I'm really looking for someone who's dedicated to making a difference, who's committed to getting to know every single one of their residents, and if somebody's missing, they notice.
Right.
Other than that, I can teach anyone administrative skills.
Yeah.
But if you aren't in it to win it, then...
Yeah, it's the personal attributes for sure. So how can WSU students become RAs on campus for those of you who are interested?
Sure. Pretty soon, we will send out our interest survey to our current RAs to find out how many of them don't plan on returning next fall.
Okay.
And then in February, we put out an application. We have a whole bunch of interest meetings in February and March, and then we have them fill out the application, and then they go through the interview process.
Okay, good to know. So for anyone who's interested, play that back.
Exactly.
So Residence Life provides a ton of opportunities for students on campus to get involved.
Yeah.
So just tell us a little bit about those programs that are organized by Res Life and what's your favorite program organized by Res Life?
Sure. So weekly we do Wednesday programs. They're called Woo Wednesdays. And that's just a casual program in the lobby or out on the patio to make sure that residents know that we're still here. You can stop by, make a friendship bracelet, paint pumpkins, all kinds of different things we do on Wednesdays. This coming Wednesday is Family Feud. So
that's fun.
Yeah, so if you don't have a family or a household that you're staying with right now, you can join in randomly and we'll put you on a team. So we're excited about that. And then Thursdays we do Late Night Lancers, which are from 10 to 12 every Thursday. And they range from paint nights to really anything. Movie night, we go ice skating in the winter, so we're excited to offer those. But my favorite program ever is Price is Right.
That's fun.
I love Price is Right.
Yeah.
It's a great opportunity. I love giving away prizes. Our big prize packages usually range between $400 and $500. So I love developing them and coming up with a theme for them. So it's just a great opportunity to just give people free stuff.
That's so fun. I love that. And we all, college students, we need free stuff.
You do need free stuff. Exactly.
That is awesome. So obviously in these trying times, residence life has taken a hit. You guys have to adapt to a lot of changes through the pandemic, like we all have. So we were wondering your outlook on this and how Worcester State is doing adjusting to COVID guidelines within the dorms themselves.
Sure. First of all, this is devastating for everybody,
Yeah.
especially for somebody who really cares about our relationships from residence life to our residents. It's hard to watch people struggle. Everyone is tired. Everyone is sick of being on the computer, and the way that we adjust, we've been asked to do virtual programming. You know, everything is virtual, but when you've been in class all day, the last thing people want to do is log into a virtual program to learn about sexual health or time management or course registration. It's just so boring and so tired.
Yeah.
So we did challenge our RAs if they were comfortable. We have to be really careful making sure that they're comfortable too, because they're students, and we all have to be safe. To put small programs together. Can you get together with 5 people and watch The Bachelor? Or can you do paint night with 6 of your residents safely? And we have found ways between the multipurpose room and Sheehan, or we try to do a lot of outdoor programming at the beginning of the semester to change, just because students want to still be engaged.
Yeah, it's part of college.
It's part of college, and I hate to think that our first year students in particular are going to have this as their first year experience when most of the time, you lived in Dowden, I think.
Love Dowden.
Yeah, it's just so hard because they want to be together all the time. So we're doing our best, just as every student, every faculty, and every staff member is.
Yes. My advice to freshman students would be to stick it out. It's going to get better.
Yes.
I wish the best for you guys to get those experiences that I did. I loved Bachelor Mondays. Outside in the common rooms. Oh my God. I lived for it. So I had such a positive experience as a resident here on campus my first year. So what opportunities and events did freshmen get this year? I know you said we had a lot of things outside and virtual, if you just want to expand on that.
Sure. One of our favorite events that we had was S'mores Night. We did s'mores in the Chandler Dowden patio area and had music. We played cornhole. They got to make s'mores, of course, in the most safe way.
Yeah, that's fun.
You know, as much as we can. But we do a lot of grab-and-go programs in Dowden, so you can come to the lounge, you know, get your paint set, go back to your room, meet on Zoom. So they have open your door trivia where they can talk across the hall to each other to do trivia.
That's fun.
Yeah, so we're really just trying to stretch our own brains and think, like, what are fun ways, because they really need to know each other, right, to stay engaged and to stay at Worcester State. And we want them to have that other half of the experience.
That's fun. They're like yelling across the hall for trivia. We used to keep our doors open all the time. It's
they
how
love
I met
that.
so
We made
many.
door stops, so there's many ways that we can do it. We just have to kind of think outside the box.
Yeah, and that's what 2020 is showing us, how to think outside the box.
Yeah.
So you're known for having a very positive outlook on campus and just providing a lot of opportunities for students within Res Life. So what is your favorite part about your job?
Oh my gosh, I insist on meeting in person with my students still. I will meet you outside, I will meet you in the conference room, wherever it is that people feel safe, because my favorite part is getting to know their stories. And I'm a natural developer, right? So I want to meet you, I want to find out what you want to do, how can we get you there? And so I love those opportunities and that I can still have them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we also know that you're involved within various committees on campus. So what committees are you involved in? And talk about them a little.
Sure. Well, right now I feel like all we do is have committee meetings.
Yeah.
Right?
On
it's just
Zoom.
like students on Zoom. I'm like, oh, you're all working from home. That's lovely. I'll be in my office.
Yeah.
But right now I'm currently I sit on the Student Intervention Team Committee. I'm on the Enrollment Management Team. On there I work around academic success and making sure our students on campus have what they need to be successful while they're here, because really that's why they're here.
Yeah.
Residence life is like a side gig for them.
Right.
But really just every committee I'm on, it's really just making sure that our students have what they need and how can we get that to them.
So important.
Yeah.
Well, I thank you for providing that role within our Res Life team.
Thank you.
And what does residence life at Worcester State provide that other universities may not? And really just what makes us so unique?
Well, first, we really believe in our brand. #WooLife, when you woo life, you're home, is for real. And every person in residence life, from our director, Adrian, down to our maintainer staff, right? Everyone in between believes that living on campus matters and knows our residents. I mean, you can probably attest that some of our maintainers know who you are, what your major is.
Yes, I can.
And that matters to us.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth.
Exactly. Coach Jen literally knows everyone's story.
Yes.
And that matters to us. So I think that is different than a lot of schools. You will never be a number in residence life, or even at Worcester State, really. Our faculty do a really good job getting to know every student. So I think that is what sets us apart, is that everyone believes in it.
Yes, that is always a line I say on my tours. You are always a name here and not a number. So if you can take anything away from this interview, please take away that.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome.
This was awesome. So that is a wrap for today's interview. Thank you for watching this segment of The Beat. Please remember to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and on Instagram, and we will see you next time. Bye. Thank you.